It's pretty funny. I logged into my warrior, I saw a crate, fished up a crate, got an upgraded bow, got an upgraded offhand dagger, 1.4 attack speed. Then went down a few feet, killed a crocodile to level up my dagger skill because it was literally at level 1, skill level 1. And he dropped a chest piece, which was an upgrade. This chest piece here, the banded armor. So I was logged in for literally 3 minutes and I got 3 upgrades. I was like, holy shit. There's an old superstition that I've always kind of had. And what it is when you're playing an MMO, if you play a lot, you tend to get less drops. But if you stop playing the game for an entire day or 2 days, then you come back, you're gonna get drops. It's just it started with Lineage 2 because I used to grind Lineage 2 for 8 hours a day, just eking out killing mobs, the same mob for 8 hours a day at the same spot, just to grind out XP. And I would never get anything, but then if I logged out and didn't play for 2 days, I'd come in and I'd grind for 5 minutes, and I'd get 2 drops or something. It was always like that. It was always really weird. This is my old superstition. Alright, so we're going to do some warrior today. I can play for maybe about 3 hours, and then I got to run out with the wife and do some stuff. I think I've got we need the blood scalp ears, shards. So let's head that way. Only thing is, I've got way too much stuff in my inventory. We don't need this. Oh, we don't need the enchanted water either. So we're gonna sell as much of these things as we can afford to sell.
You need something?
Don't need this enchanted water. Don't need this. Got a lot of potions.
Go with honor, friend.
Oh, let's update my macros. Somewhere in here there's a dual wield macro. Maybe not. There should be, right? This. Now the question is this better than my main hand weapon for when I go 12 attack for 18.9? Yeah, I'm actually going to change my sword and board macro to use my dagger because it's faster. It does a slightly less top end damage, but it's got plus 12 attack power, so that should make up the difference. Having a faster attack speed is going to let me generate a little bit more rage. Same thing here. Update this. So. Perfect. Got our shield. Dagger and shield. Dual wield. Dagger axe. Of course. Boom. Dagger shield. Perfect. Let's continue to level up my dagger skill real quick.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Dagger skill 68. Continuing to raise. Zoom out a bit. So I really want to focus on hitting as many fishing wreckages as we can too, because that's our best opportunity as a hardcore warrior to get upgrades is actually from fishing. No, I'm not even kidding. If we're not going to do dungeons, which I typically don't do a lot of dungeons.
Lovely.
My dagger skill is still just going up and up and up. My max skill level with weapons right now. 180 and my dagger is 77, so yeah, it's got a long ways to go. Typically, as a, obviously as a human, we want axes and maces. We want maces and swords. We don't have either. So right now we don't have the optimum weapons because of my ratio.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Man, I liked seeing that my rage bar was just going through the roof there. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Watch my rage. How fast I'm generating rage. Here, let's do this.
Lovely.
Hey, what's up, Mason? How's it going? Yeah, I figured it was time to come back and play the warrior. I can't go too long without playing my warrior because I get too rusty. I was a complete idiot, Mason, and I didn't log my warrior out in an inn. So I didn't play my warrior for like 3 days at least, maybe 4 days. And she was just sitting out here in STV. What an idiot, man. I probably missed out on a ton of rest time, but which was really stupid. The whole point of me taking breaks on my warrior between levels like 35 to 45 is just to get the rest time, to build up rest time. So I don't know what I was doing. I probably was just really tired and logged out and meant to log back in, but yeah, what an idiot. I won't make that mistake again.
Lovely.
But I logged back in,
Lovely.
fished up a crate, got this dagger out of a crate, which is actually an upgrade.
Lovely.
Fished up a crate. In the same crate, I got this bow, which was an upgrade. This dagger, which was an upgrade. I got like a gold and cloth and leather. All in like literally one crate. It was unbelievable. And then I killed a crocodile, like literally like 1 minute later, and I got this chest piece, which was an upgrade. I was like, this is awesome. I was like, I've only been playing back on my warrior for a couple minutes, and I got like 3 upgrades. That was pretty cool. My dagger skill was level 1, so I'm still trying to get my dagger skill up. It's currently 100.
Lovely.
Watch my rage go up here. 47, 49, 50, 60. Gotta love it. I mean, I don't know if they've done that yet. They talked about doing the world boss. I thought they were going to do it like already. But I'm just leveling this character because Cargos and those guys said, they advertised on December 15th they wanted to do a Christmas Fresh. Kind of like an event where everybody just starts playing characters from level 1 and they try to level up. But then, yeah, once they get to max level, they were going to see if they could do some world bosses. I don't know if they've done it. Let me ask in the guild. Of the world. What's that? So far, I'm not getting a response. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they have. But yeah, no one's responding yet. Please be Fade Leaf. Well, Wild Steel Bloom's not bad either. Yeah, so I'm not sure yet on that.
Lovely.
I respect on this character like like a level ago, like 2 times in a row, so I ended up blowing like 15 gold. If I didn't do that, I'd be at 27 gold right now, but oh well, gold's gonna start becoming pretty easy to make. Please be Fade Leaf. I want Fade Leaf. I want lots of Fade Leaf. What else we got going on here? Food buff. Ogre strength.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Oh shit.
You were screwed.
I forgot about this guy's fucking... Oh no.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You were screwed.
I forgot about his AoE fire attack. No, 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 no. We're gonna shield wall it just in case he does another one. Just in case he did another one. There it is, shield wall! It didn't go, so my macro didn't trigger shield wall right away. Shield wall! Look at that! Shield wall! I forgot about that guy's massive fire attack that he does. Holy crap. I should have shield wall like immediately. This is what happens when you haven't played the game. Like, I haven't played this character in like 5 days or something. Like, I should have shield wall instantly after I popped my potion there. Just on the chance that he did another AoE fire. And I was like, just waiting. I was like, oh, maybe I should shield wall like an idiot, you know? Wouldn't that be a good idea? I could have died right there. That would have been the end of this character. Yeah, that particular mob, I always forget about his fire attack. How much damage did that do? It was 158 damage, so it actually wasn't as big as I thought. So I probably was okay. But even just his lightning shield was hitting me. His melee swing, he was doing good damage though. Yeah. Man, that shield wall. Funny that I had to spam my macro so many times for it to work, though. You know, like I should only have to hit it twice. I may have to look at that macro and make modifications to it.
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
Look how much damage I'm taking.
Lovely. Lovely.
Taking a lot of damage. Hey, what's up, Mike? Dude, I just got scared a minute ago, Mike. Oh, I got this dagger out of a chest for this 18.9 damage speed, 1.4 dagger, plus 12 attack power. And then I'm using the Crescent of the Forlorn Spirits still. Well, there's a... Here, hold on a second. The ambient sound was killing me there. There's some trolls over here, and I forgot that one of the trolls does an AoE fire attack. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm still going. I still have basically, I still have just this arms build. I respec twice about a week ago and spent like 15 gold because I actually screwed up the respec. But yeah, I'm still going protection. Right now, we're still utilizing, basically the improved overpower build. And then, of course, we still have anger management. But now all my talent points are going down the protection tree. So we're going to have a lot of options to basically, we'll be doing a lot of Fury, dual wield DPS, but we'll be switching into protection to do all kinds of fun stuff like stunning targets. We'll have concussive blows. We're going to have, last stand, improved shield wall, one-hand weapon specialization, improved disarm. We're going to get a bunch of other stuff, It's going to be interesting. But no, there's a troll over here, and he does an AoE fire attack, and I forgot about it, right? So I'm hitting this blood scalp. It's just a blood scalp, dude. And then he did this. He's got a lightning shield on him. So every time I was hitting him, I was taking all this damage. Look at that. His lightning shield was hitting me for 83 damage, 83, 74. So every time I hit this guy, I was taking damage. Then he does a fire nova, which hit me for 158. And once he did that, that scared the shit out of me because that dropped my health down to about 20 or 30%. So then I took a healing potion, and then I was running away from it. I figured, you know what? I'm running away from this guy. I should probably just shield wall in case he does like another fire nova. And so I'm like spamming my shield wall macro. And you can, let's see if we see it. Here it is. Look, shield wall. Oh yeah, I love the improved overpower. I found out about the improved overpower build when I leveled my last warrior to 60, and then I actually played around with it on Ascension WoW quite a bit, and I've always felt that improved overpower for dual wield fast weapons is really strong, actually. I just felt like shooting my bow there. Totally, like, pointless. But I take a lot of damage from these elementals. Watch my health drop here. It's kind of scary, actually, how much it drops.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
See what I'm saying? Kind of scary how much. Of course, my dagger's still Only 125. Yeah, let's do
Lovely.
this. Where's my...
You were screwed.
Lovely.
Like I need better healing potions, man. How much damage this guy's doing? Okay, hold on.
You were screwed.
I have the stupid dagger, and the weapon skill of my dagger just isn't good enough right now. I need to level up my dagger on lower level mobs. I do have whirlwind, yeah. Are you saying I should use it? I mean, whirlwind isn't really that good, right? I mean, I have, obviously I have whirlwind, but it doesn't really do much damage. Your whirlwind is steel attack up to 4 enemies with 8 yards. Yeah, I don't use it. With the improved overpower, yeah, I've always felt that it's a very strong, very strong. I need to get my dagger skill up right there, and actually, I'm gonna change that out. I'm gonna change my macro here. I don't like the way that's working out. Yeah. It's nice having instant tag without losing range from autos. What do you mean? It's nice. Oh, you mean just the overpower? Yeah, doesn't cause any rage. Yep. Yep, I agree. No rage is a nice. Let's. I'm continuing to try to level up my dagger skill here. This is not the elite. You guys have to be careful because there's the elite crocodiles that kind of wander this beach here.
Lovely.
So good old sleep.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
It's just rocking overpower after overpower after overpower there. We've got 3 shadow oils, Mike. I keep grabbing any kind of fade leaf I can get, and I'm gonna stack up like I want to stack up like stacks of shadow oil. Oh, I tried to go into my shield so I could do an interrupt, but I couldn't get it off in time. I did get a shield block, though. Ooh.
Lovely.
It's pretty good. I mean, it adds about 10% damage, right? So like, if you go to recount and you look at my damage done, if I were to like put shadow oil on both my weapons, it would come in actually around anywhere from 9 to 10% of my overall damage. So it's pretty significant. You know what I mean? It's actually pretty significant. The one thing I noticed too is fishing the higher level pools for whatever reason, and maybe, knock on wood, maybe this isn't true, but it always feels like you get more crates out of higher level pools than you do out of lower level pools. Arash, what's up? Cat's trying to get... I've got it. These cats are too spoiled. They want to come in the office when I'm gaming. But no, I don't want you in here, rah-rah. Amun-Ra likes to come in and jump on my lap when I'm gaming. It's kind of distracting, so I usually keep him out. The other thing, too, when you're fishing up these pools, I mean, there's obviously a lot of fishing pools on the coast here, but every time you fish up a pool, it forces a fishing node to respawn, and that gives you a chance that the fishing node that respawns is a floating wreckage. So if you really do want to fish floating wreckages, your best way to do that is just fish up every single pool you see and then keep running back up and down the coast. And but your best chance to get an upgrade as a warrior at my level, if you don't do dungeons, which I typically don't do dungeons at this level, is from fishing crates. It really is. I mean, just a perfect example earlier, I got like 3 green items out of 2 crates. Also, these higher level crates have a lot better chance to drop green gear. So let's go ahead and do, since I'm going to go ahead and fish up all these pools here, let's toss on a lure. Holy crap, inventory, oh my god, this is a mess. Increased frost and shadow resistance. Okay, I guess we'll keep that in mind, huh? 6 silver, really? You gonna... I would like to do that. But I'm not gonna lie, I am nervous about running into Scarlet Monastery. We could like ensure that we get a decent group, you know what I mean? It is scary. Yes, library and arms, but then we still need to do cathedral. Yeah. Yeah, what can we... Oops. We can be level 45. So we could go in at like level 40, you know, 44, 45. I still have to do the down the Scarlet Pass. Is that the quest line? Is it down the Scarlet Pass that gets us to the sword? I think it is. I can't... that might just be... I know that's the one where you have to kill everybody, I believe. Elite crocodile out. Right there. There's the elite crocodile. See that guy? When you're fishing rod, it goes down. I want upgrades. I want upgrades. I know the fishing slows me down. But under that fishing rod, I go kill something. I stream, but I wouldn't call myself like a big streamer. Now, if I get like an epic out of this chest, I'm gonna make you eat crow. If there's like an epic item, it's just garbage. I would have laughed if that crate had like an epic item, and I'd be like, Einbay, what the fuck? You know? I would have totally laughed. Oh, that's too bad. That would have been perfect. Come on, Blizzard, you got to help me out here. It's hard enough keeping Einbay off my back without your help, man. Look at this inventory, Einbay. Come on. What's going on here? I'm gonna have to go buy some. I'm gonna literally have to go spend like 5 or 6 gold or however much it is to buy like 2 10-slot bags, just to get another 4 slots of inventory space. All right, I've done enough fishing. We need to get going. Einbay's right. Einbay is right. They reek of... Yeah, there's a lot of fish. There is a lot of fish. But I eat a lot of that fish. Oh, I resisted. Amazing.
Lovely.
They just give me another one of those? Yeah, I got two. Look at that. Come on now. Increase your frost and shadow resistance. Nice. Let's get rid of this. We're going to get rid of the fish. Get a food buff in here. My food bags are a mess. My bags are a mess. But I see some herb. Come on, Fade Leaf. Fade Leaf. Wild Steel Bloom is actually useful, but Fade Leaf is more useful. All right, Iron Bear, we're going for it. We're going for it.
Lovely. Lovely.
I almost died. I don't want to say I almost died twice, but I've been in two situations already where I let myself get much lower on health than I wanted to.
Lovely.
And that's because I'm rusty, because I haven't played the war in a long time. And I'm still trying to level my dagger up. Yeah, my dagger's still only 135. So we got a ways to go to get that dagger up to 180.
Lovely.
That was a waste of rage right there. Don't execute when you have like 40 rage. Just use a heroic strike to down the mob. Don't blow your rage like I did there. That's stupid. That's just stupid.
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You were screwed.
Lovely. Lovely.
Drinking coffee, Iron Bay, not soda. Coffee. So don't get mad at me. It's cold in here. It's cold in Florida.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
With your late lunch, my wife woke me up this morning. She made me coffee. She made,
Lovely.
she made me eggs. So I got up to the smell of eggs and coffee. It was beautiful.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
She's going out. She's taking her first horse riding class today. I mean, she's ridden horses before, but it's been a long time. So she's actually going out to go horse riding. But when she comes back, probably around like 12 or 1, I have to go. We're going to go out and do some shopping. I hope I get to the point where I don't say that anymore. We've been doing way too much shopping. But actually, now that my company... Dude, my company put out the email that I have to be in the office every day. So I figured I better go out and buy some respectable shirts for work. Oh, for each zone? That's just... That's Leatrix Maps right here. See Leatrix Maps? Yeah, Leatrix Maps does that. So you can just mouse over the zones and it'll tell you the levels. It also tells you the fishing level too. Yeah, I know, everyday life, I tell you what, man. I have to go out and buy, because all I have mostly t-shirts nowadays, Yeah, no problem, Jeremy.
Lovely. Lovely.
The one team member is home 100% of the time, because he claims that that COVID is his wife is too susceptible to COVID, and that it would be a danger to his wife for him to be at work. So yeah, he's home 100% of the time. I mean, which is kind of silly, because I mean, honestly, my wife is probably more susceptible to COVID than he is, being that she's had a heart attack, a widowmaker heart attack, and that she's susceptible to, heart issues. Yeah, so, yeah, no, definitely, it's, I don't say anything about it. That's his personal business, so I'm like, whatever, but I mean, like I said, my wife's probably more susceptible to COVID
kiss
than...
your ass goodbye.
It's probably more dangerous for my wife to get COVID than his wife. His wife just is, like, diabetic or something. I'm not sure why someone who's diabetic is super, susceptible.
You were screwed.
COVID shit, I don't know. It's funny with the warrior, it's really scary, but you dance. I mean, I dance a lot in the lower health areas, you know. I'm down in the lower health areas quite often. But I use, you know, shield. I use defensive stance and shield block and stuff. Obviously, if I'm going against a caster, I would never want to do that. You know, not at all. So I agree. I wish I wish, man, they'd hire me on it. What's the company that makes Palia, right?
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Yeah, Singularity 6. They probably didn't like my long-winded post, Einbei. My long-winded reply. But hey, it tells them all about like where I'm coming from as a player of games, and actually someone who's actually kind of not in the game industry, but I'm in the development industry. You know, I write code. But anyways, look at all these guys I got to kill just to get some herbs. Do I want to kill these guys for these herbs or not? That's the question. Why not? It's XP, right?
Lovely.
XP is XP. There's two of them though. Oh man. I ain't gonna waste my time. I don't need herbs that bad. Let's continue on with the quests. I kind of wonder what Dreamhaven Studios is up to. I mean, Mike Morhaime started that company, right? He started that company. But I haven't really heard a lot of stuff coming out of, you know, Dreamhaven.
Lovely.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I'm gonna say no. Yeah, well, I sent that to my boss, Einbei. I sent the job listings from Singularity to my boss, because I always tease him and say, look, this is what we should be doing. You know, this is what we should be doing. We shouldn't be writing code for financial systems. The only problem with game development is it's not as safe a job as, you know, it is something like what I do, you know what I mean?
Lovely. Lovely.
It just isn't, unfortunately.
Lovely.
Shit, we got an ad. We got ads!
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Let's see. I want to see. Let's see how easy it is to kill him in defensive stance. Well, you know,
You
it would actually help, Julian, if you were attacking the mob. That might be a good idea, right? Maybe. Jeez. Ridiculous. It's the first game they're working on. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, if you guys want to be on, if you want the truth, if I could pick anywhere I could work right now, I would work for Intrepid Studios. I think Intrepid Studios is probably one of the best places to work right now. I mean, and I was watching the video yesterday on. I'm starting to really buy into the fact that them as a company have a single-minded vision and they seem, you know, Steven Sharif seems to have deep enough pockets that I don't think it's like he's going to be firing people as long as you're doing a great job. You know, they made 45 million. That's good. But I mean, if I had my choice of development companies to work at right now, I would go work at Intrepid Studios.
Lovely.
Because I like where they're going with Ashes. I don't like the fact that it's a PvP game. Yeah. Did I see the new cinematic? Oh, the League of Legends cinematic? No, is there a new League of Legends cinematic?
Lovely.
I have not seen that yet.
Lovely.
Still need 2 more. What's it on? Oh, are they going more towards Valorant? Okay, so it's the Lunar Revel 20, the official theme. What is this? What game is this? What is Lunar Revel? What is this? Theme event? Oh, it's poor compared to previous. Oh, you mean this one here is poor? It looks pretty. It looks really shitty. Like, this looks like crap. What is this? The new season of what? I'm confused. New season of what? Of Valorant? I don't play Valorant, so. Okay, well, yeah, it's got a lot of dislikes. It's got 6,900 dislikes. It has more dislikes than likes, so that's pretty telling. But this one doesn't have. This one's got a lot of dislikes. Can someone please tell me what this is for, though? This is just League of Legends, right? It's for the new season. You're saying clearly shifting resources towards Valorant more and more. So you're saying that the quality of this is bad. Is that what you're saying? Doesn't look bad.
Shadows. Trusting nothing but my strength.
Well, here, hold on a second.
I have found my limit.
But you're saying that this is not a good quality. You're saying, and I bet you feel like because they're putting more resources towards Valorant, there's less resources for League, so the quality is suffering. Well, it's not just that. What about the resources that are going towards the MMO? I mean, there's definitely people that are already working on the League of Legends MMO too. You know. Okay, now this. Oh Jesus! This one has 253,000 dislikes. Oh my god, that's not good. All right, let's take a look, guys. Take a look. I'm not familiar with League of Legends, their cinematics. You know, I don't watch their League of Legends cinematics that much, so I don't have any basis. I'd have to go watch the last year's one, like you said, Einbei, in comparison. So, like, when I watch it, since I'm not familiar with their stuff, I'm like, oh, this doesn't look so bad. The quality of Valorant. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at that one first, right? Well, I'm trying to find it. I can't. I'm having a hard time finding it. Well, I'm on the wrong channel. I'm on the wrong channel. Yeah. I was thinking I was on the the Riot channel, but I'm not. So, sorry, derp. Let's go Riot. Valorant. Here we go. Is it this one here? You said episode 6, right? Valorant 1 Revelation episode 6. Is it this one here? I'm assuming this is episode 6. And this one's got 68,000 likes and only 1.1 thousand dislikes.
It has been a pleasure, my friends. Au revoir.
Think you can keep up? And come with us?
Oh, here we go. There we go. 4 minutes. This looks like the Riot and Netflix show. What's with the Istanbul? Whoa. This reminds me of John Wick, doesn't it? Like John Wick going to that club. This reminds me of John Wick. I really like how it's very cinematic. I mean, it feels very much like a movie, like we're watching a movie that would be in the theaters. Come on, where is it? Like how they're doing like Seoul, Korea, and then they do like the Korean letters, and I guess what is this, longitude and latitude? Is that what this is? 37, 31? I don't even know what all this is. But it feels like a movie, you know? This character's very cool looking. I like the eyes and the this character's badass. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this character looks really good. You know, I actually had these. You see these piercings here on her lips? I actually had those piercings when they're called, what are they called? I can't. It's been so long since I actually had these piercings. Snake bites. They're called snake bites. I actually had those for about 8 years. Yeah, snake bites. I had those. The food. let's show people getting killed and then show people eat. I guess this is like a friend of hers. Okay, that reminded me a lot of the very first Overwatch cinematic. where didn't it like remind you a lot of the Overwatch first cinematic where what's her name is like on the ground recharging, like what's her name, the girl who teleports around, she's on the ground recharging, and then the gorilla comes in, and it kind of reminded me quite a bit of that particular scene. Yeah, this girl's. If I could play any character in the game, I would play this chick because she's Tracer. Thank you. Like, remember when Tracer's on the ground, like recharging her whatever it is, her pack, and she like looks up. This chick is badass looking. If I could play any character in this game, it would be this girl. So the people eating now they're gonna get in the fight. We were just eating dinner, but now we're ready to come in. Nice flowers. Yeah, it's an FPS. I can't. I have a hard time playing FPS anymore because there's a reason for that though. I like their logo. They did a good job with their logo. That's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Now we have to go back to this one, right? For comparison, right? Because you guys were saying this is bad. I mean, League of Legends. I mean, League of Legends is what really made Riot Games, isn't it? I mean, that's their cash cow.
And at the brink of infinity.
Yeah. I think I played Valorant for like a few minutes. I have a hard time playing FPS because I used to be an incredibly good FPS player, like way back in the day, like in 2000, like 19. Because I played Unreal Tournament 1999, and you guys have probably all heard the story. I was really good. I was like almost pro level at Unreal Tournament, and I played 8 hours a day, like every day for like 3 years. I mean, I'm not even kidding. I probably missed a few days, but I bet I averaged 6 to 8 hours of a day of Unreal Tournament for probably, a good portion of 3 years, because after my first marriage and I got divorced, I was in such a depressive state that the only thing that I could focus on was gaming, and I just played shit out of Unreal Tournament. And I used to run maps backwards, like, because I used to do 2 different roles in Unreal Tournament. I was a flag defender and I was a flag carrier, so I did a lot of flag defense because I was very hard to kill, and because my movement was so good. And then I did, a lot of flag carrying, and so I used to run all the maps that we typically did in our league plagues. I was in different league matches that we used to do. And I would run all the maps at night backwards. Like at 1, 2 in the morning when everybody was logged off and there was not enough people to like fill the servers that I typically played in, I would just go into maps and run and go against bots. And I would just run the maps backwards I would turn I would set up matches with the right maps, put the bots on like really high difficulty skill, and then I would run the maps backwards and kill the bots that were trying to kill me as I was running all the maps backwards. I used to like know exactly how many steps it took, like in certain buildings, like how many steps it took, like once I walked in, how many steps I had to go one direction to do like a double tap dodge, because we always played either 135 or 155, which is 135 game speed, 35 air control, or 155 game speed, 55 air control, low gravity. So low gravity, when you're moving at faster game speed, like 135, 155, when you double tap dodge, you're flying through the air at incredibly quick speeds. So it was, you had to know exactly, like, where do I have to be on the floor on this map to double tap dodge so that I fly right to the flag place, grab the flag, and then where do I need to move to double tap dodge to either get to an LOS point or to go through like some sort of a portal, or, whatever. I mean, you're looking for those types of, running paths that you have to follow, and there's also stuff with, because, piston jumping, rocket jumping, there's other things where you're jumping up at there's like one flag base on one map. I think it was CTF Thorns 6 or 5. And the flag base was off the ground on like a carved out opening in a wall. So you would jump up into this little opening in a wall, but the opening was shaped like a half moon. So I could grab the flag and then I could literally move to one side, run towards the other side of that curvature, double tap dodge against it, and piston jump off of the curve, and that would shoot me up about halfway across the map into the ceiling. And then when I got up to the ceiling, I would piston jump off the ceiling down to the ground next to this wall. And the way the map was, the other end of the map opened up into like a thermometer, like you know how the end of the thermometer has that kind of bulb. So the end of the map opened up to this big kind of bulb area. So I would jump off the flag base, hit the ceiling, piston jump to the floor, run about 10 steps to get around that corner to get to that curvature where the map opened up into this more of a circular bulb kind of shape. Then I would double tap dodge, piston jump off that curvature, and fly all the way around in a half semicircle right to the flag base and cap it. I would either do that, or I would piston jump off the ceiling down, and then I would jump up, piston jump again forward off the ceiling above the flag base, and then piston jump off the ceiling directly down onto the flag. So there's all kinds of like super like high skill level moves you could do. That's what made Unreal Tournament to me. Like, it's still to this day my favorite game. Why did I switch? When I was playing Unreal Tournament in 1999, you got to realize I'm older. So I was 29 years old in 1999, and I was still like one of the best players in the game. Like, you know, in all the circles I played in, I was one of the best. And it's just one of those things where you're getting older. I grew up playing Dungeons and Dragons, so I was always really into fantasy. I always loved fantasy. I always loved, you know, paladins and, you know, and warriors and, you know, bards and all that kind of fantasy stuff, and orcs and trolls and, you know, dragons and all that shit, you know. So when I played my first MMO, which was Lineage 2 in 2003, I think it was, I kind of was sold. You know, I was like, it was a completely different type of game that I'd never played before. And it was a really good transition from me because I hardcore played Unreal Tournament for, you know, a good 3 years, I guess, 3-4 years. And I was playing a lot. And it's a completely different type of mindset. It's a completely different type of physical aspect when you're playing an FPS versus playing like an MMO. Like when I'm playing an FPS, I sit in my chair completely differently. I'm sitting straight up with my back straight. I literally put my feet laid out on the ground so that like my feet are resting on the insides of my feet, you know, like, and then so that like there's really no weight on my feet. And then I'm like up pretty close to the table. My keyboard ends up being turned at an angle. If you ever see people's keyboards, it's not straight. It ends up being, you know, where the left side of the keyboard will be forward probably about a good 3 inches, so that my hands, for whatever reason, are just at a better angle on the keys. There's certain times of the day when you're more optimal. Like usually around 10 a.m. is the best time to play because that's when your senses and your reflexes are at their height. You know, you get up in the morning, you get something to drink, you get something to eat for breakfast, and right around, you know, 8 to 9, I practice, and then around like maybe 9 to 10, I start playing my matches, and then I play from like 10 to like, you know, 1 o'clock or something, and then I take a break, eat lunch, maybe watch some TV, then I would come back around 3 p.m. and I would play till like midnight, you know? I mean, that's what I do like on the weekend. During the weekdays, my schedule was I would get up, play about an hour or two in the morning, then I would go to work. My work was right across the street from my apartment, so I would go to work, and then at lunch break, I would come home and I would play UT for an hour during my lunch break, and then I'd go back to work, then I'd work to 5, then I'd come home, eat dinner, and then I'd play from like 6 until like almost midnight, and I did that like every night. But I guess the reason I switched was because that when I first played Lineage 2, it was just such a cool game. It was just something I'd never played before, and I really enjoyed the open world. I've always been a big fan of open world games. And it was different because the competitive nature of FPS is something completely different. You know, it's a completely different feeling playing an FPS it just takes a lot more effort. I mean, there's a lot more that goes into an FPS. You have to work a lot harder to be good at an FPS. There's a physical aspect to it. There's a mental aspect to it. There's a practice routine that you have to adhere to. You know, MMOs are completely different. So I got to the point where FPS was good because I was so good at it. So like when I came into servers, people were like, "Oh, here comes, you know, so and so, we're gonna lose." I mean, they knew like when I stepped into the game that they were probably gonna lose. And then you know, you're getting good in FPS when everybody starts accusing you of aimbotting, you know, aimbotting, cheating, but you're not aimbotting, you're not cheating. It's just because you're that good, you know. And then what happened was I started playing Lineage 2, and then my friend got on a Counter-Strike professional team, and he wanted me so bad to play in his Counter-Strike team, but I didn't like Counter-Strike, and I don't like Battlefield and, you know, and all those games because you move too slow. The movements, like I always feel like you're moving through quicksand. Because in Unreal Tournament, with the way we played it, with low gravity and faster game speed, I mean, you're flying all over the map. I mean, everything's incredibly quick and incredibly fast. That's why when Overwatch came out, I was super excited, because Overwatch was the first, basically, team shooter. It was the first game that had kind of quicker movement. It had the ability for you to move quickly, like I did in Unreal Tournament. And I actually played Overwatch a lot when it first came out. And I was doing stuff that was like, because I'm older, so people don't expect someone who's like 45 years old to come into an FPS, and be any good, They're always like, oh, you have to be young and have super... Well, I still have incredible reflexes. Even at my age of 52, I still have but I was doing this kind of shit, because I came from Unreal Tournament in 1999, I was used to using a ball mouse, right? So I knew how to pick up the mouse and flick it, flick my wrist and put the mouse back down and do a perfect 180-degree spin, every time, And I had Q-tips and alcohol. And I had Q-tips and a little bottle of rubbing alcohol next to my mouse pad, because I had to clean. It's a ball mouse. You have to constantly take it apart, clean it, and get all the dirt off the little spinning, rolly things that the ball moves, that the ball spins between, because it would acquire dust, and that would start to affect the movement of the ball mouse. So, I would clean the mouse probably about every hour, So then I'm still anal about that. I still, even my mouse right here is a laser mouse, obviously Viper Mini. I still flip it over and I'm taking my fingernail to rub, the dust and stuff that builds up on the pads, the feet of the mice. I'm anal about that. Even when I get a little bit of gunk built up on any of these pads, I can feel it resisting when I'm moving my mouse in game, and it drives me nuts. So I clean my mouse probably. I'd say I probably go flip this over and clean it off about every 3 hours maybe. But I came from ball mice, so you can see here I was using, in Overwatch, I was playing at 400 DPI with 62.17 cents. And if you guys are familiar with Overwatch, that's incredibly fast. So what that means is when I'm moving my mouse, the screen's moving very, very quickly. The reason I liked it that fast is because that's how I played Unreal Tournament. Because in Unreal Tournament, everything, because of the game mode I played, everything occurred very, very, very quickly. And you wanted to be, at least me, I wanted to be able to not have to, a lot of the really good, Counter-Strike players would be running at a 1.5 or 2.0 mouse sensitivity. I don't know what DPI, they were probably at 800 DPI or something. And so you'd see them even start to get where they'd have bigger mice, because they were moving their arm a good 6 inches, maybe a good 6 inches across the mouse pad. Whereas I'm moving mine probably only in about a 2-inch span, because of how fast it's rotating, right? So here, when I first started playing Overwatch, I was trying to figure out, what's my sense gonna be? What kind of speed do I want? And I did a lot of practicing and playing around with, what am I looking for? And if you look at this video, it's not like I'm playing great in this video or anything. I became a pretty good Widowmaker though. I was pretty good with Widowmaker, but I was just trying to figure out how to get my snapshots down. People call them twitch, twitch reflex or twitch shots. You know what I mean? It's much easier for anybody to aim with. It's easier for me. It's easier for everybody to aim with low sense. The problem is you can't quickly acquire targets with low sense as fast as someone who's using an incredibly high sense. Most people in Overwatch, if they were doing 400 DPI, would probably be down around between 15 and 20 sensitivity. On this particular video, I was at 63 sensitivity. And what you're going to notice is I'm just tracking, but then I'm kind of doing these quick little movements where I'm moving the cursor onto what I'm trying to hit. So people call them snapshots. We never called it back in the day. We just called it shooting the damn gun. You know what I mean? But notice how I'll do a little kind of just... you'll even see, even here, you'll see a mob move, an enemy move past, and they'll even move past my cursor. So, which is bad. I'm not tracking perfectly, but I'm acquiring. What I'm doing is I'm looking for what I want to shoot, and then when I see what I want to shoot, I'm shooting. So my response time in this video is really bad, but that's not what I was working on. What I was working on was the distance I need to travel. So basically what I do is once my cursor is a certain distance from what I'm trying to hit, then I'm going to do my snap, my kind of flick shot. So I'm working on that. I'm working on the distance, and I'm working on the speed and just the accuracy of that. And so you'll see the cursor. It's actually really good if you watch it in. Okay, here you can see it. So we're doing it in half speed. So you see the cursor. You notice I'll like, who am I going to shoot at that? And notice how the cursor moves quickly, like boom. It kind of slides over the target. See how it's sliding up over? Watch it slide up and over. It's almost like what I'm doing in my head is I'm calculating the trajectory of the enemy. You know, which vector are they taking? And then what's the vector I'm going to use to move my cursor to their head? That's what I'm calculating. And it's really slow. Like my reflexes are slow, but that's not what I'm working on here. What I'm working on is getting the correct vectors and getting the correct distance for my mouse to travel to get to the target I'm trying to hit. And then once you get that down, you get really good with your snapshots. Then it's all about target acquisition. And then it comes down to how fast can you see what you need to hit and how fast can you get your cursor there. And that's why someone like back in the old day, like Fatality, that's why he was so good. And that's why all the good players are good, like Shroud and all those players. They're good because if you look at the left side of the screen here, when a target comes onto the mat, onto their vision, like within their vision, like this target comes into the vision, all of a sudden, how fast can he get his aiming cursor to wherever it is on the screen to this guy over here? That's, you know, you got to get it on target as quick as possible. You know. Now we can show it if I had normal speed. But yeah, but what is impressive in this is that I am at 62.117, which nobody, like most players, would have no idea how to do. It would be too fast for most people. Most people would freak out at how fast the cursor moves. You know what I mean? There's a classic calf detour. Oh, you know, it's good stuff though. I like talking. Well, no, well, you guys, somebody in the stream wanted me to watch this. Was it Jared Days? Was it Hair Days?
Onto the shrouded path.
So what we're watching here, Doom, is how bad apparently this League of Legends cinematic is.
Nothing that simple. The best part of me will live on in the scars I leave behind. I do not fear the darkness. I will brave the shadows.
There's nothing going on in this cinematic, really. It's just a fly through of a level.
Nothing but my strength.
And this transition was horrible. This transition from here to the next, watch right, from here to here is just terrible.
Trusting nothing but my strength.
And the quality of the environment is not very good either. I'm not really impressed with the lighting here. Actually, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, though.
Found my limit 1,000 times, and still I press further.
Guys, are you the last man alive? Please be chased down.
Every mistake, a lesson. Now I will teach them to fear me. I will become what I must be. Why? Because I can.
Is that it? So all it is. Well, no, all it is though is just a fly through. They took like a level in the game, they took a camera and they flew through and they recorded it and then they just added some dialogue to it. I mean, it's bad in that they just took like very little effort to put this together. You know what I mean? This took very little effort to put together. But we'll take a look. The season, what season? I mean, already we can see there's a lot more effort went into this one. We can actually see characters. Like the other one didn't even have any characters, you know? Or was it not even a game? But this one, at least this one has characters in the video. I always liked the League of Legends character, like the character models. Like the models are really good. It's too bad it's I can't play isometric games. You know, that's why I played Smite. I played Smite because it was 3D. It wasn't isometric, and I had a blast. I actually loved Smite. I thought Smite was a great game in the beginning. Super fun. Okay, we're going with a Viking feeling. Kind of like a Viking tempo here. Yeah, it's obviously way better. See if we can find this one. And then here we've got the Smite one. Now this one's from 7 years ago. I'm a big fan of Bologna, by the way, so Thor. See, Bologna's such a badass. She doesn't even hardly have to try, and she just beats everybody. That's what I love about Bologna. If you watch Bologna here, she looks like she's not even trying, and she just defeats everybody. She's just like, whatever. Bologna's like, whatever. Oh, you're trying to hit me? Okay, whatever. Knock you down. Smack. Just like laughing at him. Cuts him right in half. I could never quite understand why they were transitioning between like what looked like on the top of the earth and then the other areas where they're like in hell or something like down here. So anyways, yeah, Smite was a really good game. I played that. But that cinematic's obviously really old. But yeah, I would play another MOBA if it was a 3D. If it was like 3D, I won't play isometric games. So all right, so let's get back to what we're supposed to be doing, which is playing the HardCore Warrior. Yeah, I don't really play League of Legends. I've only played it like I think I only played it like a day or two. And it was the first time MOBA I ever played. So it was fun. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But it wasn't really my thing. Yeah, Smite was cool, man. I loved Smite. I thought Smite was a great game.
Lovely.
I just need one more of these crystals. No, that is a god-awful helm. I love how when you're playing hardcore that your character just looks ugly because you just have a mishmash of gear. I'm actually wearing a leather helmet right now.
Lovely.
Alright, done with that quest, finally. That's what I'm talking about. Einbei, you know you love to see it. You know you love it. You love to see it. The floating wreckages. Not elites, not elites. Yeah, it's like Rumsey Rum Black Label, baby. Rumsey Rum Black Label. Einbei loves his Rumsey Rum. We did react to a couple of death clips last night, or actually it was earlier this morning, Einbei, when I went through the hardcore Discord. You know. What are we up to? 5. Rumsey Rum Black Label. I gotta go check on my wife too, just to see what she's gonna be heading to her horse riding pretty soon. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that, Einbei! What do you got for me now, Einbei? Look at that upgrade. That looks like it's quite a bit better than what I'm wearing. That is why I fish. Phalanx boots of the bear. Even matches my outfit, doesn't it? Well, not really. This guy was beating my ass with his flame attack. I didn't like that guy. Don't like the Bloodscalp axe thrower. And this guy's not taking any damage.
Lovely. Lovely.
But I'm taking a lot of damage.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I see that. Like that guy. Don't like him one bit. Elite? Yes, he is. There's another elite crocodile. I need to go vendor, man. Was he 36? We need to get out of here. We're taking this guy with a sword and board this time. Let's see how much damage we take now.
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
You see the difference when I fight this guy with a sword and board. I take a lot less damage. I noticed Iron Bay didn't say anything about my boots upgrade from the fishing. He's just mad whenever I fish. Ooh, level 4600 has died in Tenera's Gunzo.
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
Level 37. Say it isn't so. Ta-ding! Level 37. Alright, let's try it. Hope this guy isn't gonna kill me with his damn flame attack.
Lovely.
Come on, all out damage. All out damage! Yes! Die. 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 Come on, health. Keep going up. Keep going up.
Lovely. Lovely.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, I see that. I gotta stop kissing my ass all the time. That's kinda hard to do. This is the one that this is the one you don't want to attack. The shamans. That lightning shield does vicious damage. That lightning shield was hitting me for 60 to 80 damage every time I hit this guy. It was horrible. I was killing myself, basically.
Lovely. Lovely.
How many freaking healing potions do I need in a day? Why are you typing in this? Fuck. Come on!
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Need help? Be careful. Light be with you. Light bless you.
Let's look for a couple fade leaf real quick over here. So we need the fade leaf. My dagger skill still isn't high enough yet.
Lovely.
We'll grab one tap on there, and then we're out of here. I feel bad tapping more than once on his pool here. Let him have the rest. Oh, I think I stole it from him. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. But look. Look what we got. Unfortunately, this is not an upgrade. Oh, 4, 6. Actually, it does hit pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. So we do this. It's a slow weapon, so it's gonna hit pretty hard. But it's not really an upgrade. It's more of a downgrade. But let's go ahead and level up our mace skill, though. But the crits on this could be big because it's so slow. Okay, we gotta get the Fade Leaf, boys. We need Fade Leaf. Thoughts of Fade Leaf.
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
He is blocking. You know, I can block stuff too, buddy. That guy was blocking like everything. That was crazy. He was going for the gold thorn too, that bastard. That bastard was going for the gold thorn too. I don't really need gold thorn. Well, no, gold thorn's useful, but if I need gold thorn, I just go to Wrathy Highlands to get it. So much easier there to get it. Bailey? Ah. Let's take a peek over here. Maybe we'll get lucky. And the Fade Leaf will be here.
Lovely.
Oh, Fade Leaf. Alright, I gotta take a break, guys. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm just trying to stay alive, baby. What time is it? So yeah, I can play for about another hour, and then I me and my wife are gonna run out and do some stuff. But yeah, I hadn't played the warrior in a while, so I wanted to get on the warrior, and it's pretty scary. Like, I actually got myself into situations where I almost died on the warrior. Like, I got pretty low, and I wasn't very comfortable with the warrior, so it's been a while since I played the warrior. So I needed to get on the warrior and play a little bit, which we did. I'm gonna run to Ironforge here, and
What can I do for you?
gotta clear out my inventory because it's
See you around.
a disaster. Are there any like good hardcore death clips we can look at? Are there any good hardcore death clips? Oh, we didn't look at my talents. So we have one talent point, and we're pretty much just going into toughness until we can get to here, which unfortunately we got to put 2 more points into toughness, then we're going to get improved shield. Oh, go defense is like the worst, right? Like my talent build is like the worst for like leveling. It like totally sucks. But I'm going to do it anyway. Just something different. But this build is not what I would recommend if you're leveling solo. At least not for speed. It'll be pretty good for survivability though. I do want to get back and do more reacting on the Ashes of Creation end of the year Meet the Developer live stream that they did, because I thought there was some really good stuff in there. And it was also some really nice stuff with discussions around the Unreal Engine and some of the changes and some of the advantages of using the Unreal Engine 5. I thought were nice to see, and I really like where they're going with Ashes of Creation, at least from a world building point of view. I'm still really worried about the PvP side of Ashes of Creation. I'm worried about the game becoming a very niche and just not, maybe not that, you know, a game that's going to be really the kind of game that a lot of MMO players are going to want to play. But I think a lot of it depends on what they put into their professions and other things in the game, like fishing and shipbuilding and sailing and, home, like having your own home and, housing and all that stuff. Those things are in the game and they're really, really good. I could see people playing the game just to do those things. All right, so what can we make? Yeah, well, I mean, watching the video, Einbay, it was pretty. There was some pretty. It was pretty cool. I mean, did you look at the Discord? Like, I am getting a little bit hype. I'm getting hype enough, Einbay, where I'm almost gonna buy the pack, man. So I'm very close to purchasing this, the $250 Voyager pack. Now you think, well, that's a lot of money, but if you look at it, it really isn't. Because Ashes of Creation is like World of Warcraft, it's going to have a monthly fee. So, 6 months of game time. So that's, $90 right there. Then you get $100 of the in-game credit crap, but none of it's pay to win. And they've said time and time again they're not going to do pay to win. If they do pay to win, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot. So I'm pretty sure they're not going to have pay to win. They're just going to have cosmetic shit. So this $100 is just going to be purely for cosmetics. So $190 of this is game time for 6 months and $100 towards like cosmetics you can buy off their store. Then you've got $60 left over, and basically what the $60 left over is really the box price. You're paying $60 just for the game. That's kind of what that's the way I look at it. Because when World of Warcraft first came out, you had to pay, I don't know, 40 or $50 to buy the game, give you 1 month free, and then after that you're paying $15 a month. So it may look like a lot of money, but it really isn't that much money when you think about what you're getting out of it. And of course, then they're giving you this shit, which I don't really care about any of this stuff. What I do care about is this: is access to Alpha 2, Beta 1, and Beta 2. Especially if this stuff isn't going to be under an NDA and I can actually stream it. If I could actually stream this stuff, it'd be really cool. But if you look at the Discord, maybe you didn't see it. I put some of the screenshots in the Ashes of Creation Discord yesterday, and these were scam detected. I don't think so. No, it's definitely not a scam. These are some of the in-game screenshots of what the game looks like in the game. This is like from in the game. I mean, this looks pretty freaking good. And then here's a shot of them in the Unreal Engine doing some level design. This is actually their file history, so you got some source control changes here, which is cool. I took the screenshot because I was curious about what their development environment looks like in Unreal Engine. Like, what are they doing here? This looks like he's doing some stuff with source control. Here you can see some volumetric fog again inside the Unreal Engine. Here you can see, some pretty beautiful lighting. This is obviously just stuff with Lumen. Again, you've got some good lighting, some good volumetric fogs. Pretty high quality animals they've created here. Again, just beautiful lighting, some really nice rocks here. Yeah, so the UE5 looks great. But not just that, I mean, if you go to the Ashes of Creation, right? If you go to the interview here, and I kind of reacted to this a little bit yesterday, but if you actually not even this, Einbay, you've seen this before, but if you look at the is it this one?
To me a little bit about what it took to
not this one. I mean, if you look at this video here,
to bursting down.
I'm trying to get to a certain part of the world. It's pretty close, I think.
New AI systems, right? Don't stand in the green fire.
So, but if you look at the world, Einbay, and you look at the HUD, the user interface, it looks really good. Another person died, right?
Off with you.
So if you look at the interface, like the party window, the target, like here's the hotbar. I love the reticule beneath the player's feet. I think that's really cool.
Don't stand in the vomit. Actually hurts a lot.
The cast bar is nice. I like how it flashes big when it finishes. I mean, it looks really good. It looks really clean. But and also the mini map, Einbay. Look how nice this mini map is. You know, you've got your compass at the top, you've got the time at the top, you've got the zone. It's nice and big. I'm hoping that we can scale. Oh man, Einbei, I love you. I am 100% on board with that. I hope they do not allow add-ons. I don't like add-ons in MMOs. I think that the game should give you what you need to play the game, and that's enough. You know, you don't need no fucking damage meter. You know, if you know, you don't need a damage meter. You don't need freaking all your stupid add-ons. All you need is an interface that lets you like see the cooldowns. You need an interface that shows damage that you're doing. The damage number should be showing up. You need an interface that's customizable so you can just move the stuff around on the screen and scale it, right? That's all you really need. That's it. And so what I wanted to show is if you look, I see a lot of motion blur. You can see the volumetric fogs rolling across the ground here, which is kind of a nice effect. You can see that the trees, the lighting, I mean the shadows, I mean it looks so good. The shadows look good. The vegetation looks very realistic.
Generate some convictions.
It looks like he's playing on a widescreen. I'm assuming this has to be a widescreen display. But the trees in the background look absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the shading, the mist, just the ambience of what I'm seeing here looks really good. The particle effects of the spells, which used to be overdone and really bloated in Unreal Engine 4, now that they're in Unreal Engine 5, are starting to look a lot better. The simplistic nature of the enemy nameplates, I'm a big fan of. I think you should only see the enemy's name. I don't think you should see the level. They're probably going to show levels. I hope they don't. I mean, they do right here. You can see 15 zombie, but I like how it's not shown here. I mean, you don't need to see it here. You see it's red, which means it's going to be a difficult mob supposedly for you, right? It means that these guys are probably like level, what, 12 or 13 probably. But yeah, it looks really good. Now I don't like the warrior animations. I think they're too fast, but whatever. Again, also look at that. Did you see that, Einbei? Look at how when he was spinning, look at how he churned up dust on the ground. Did you see that? The other thing that's really impressive with the Unreal Engine 5 footage versus the Unreal Engine 4 footage, I went back to a video from 5, 6, 7 years ago on their channel, and they're showing combat and stuff of Unreal Engine 4. It had that old problem of Unreal Engine 4 where it looked like the characters were like skating on ice. Like they were just kind of floating across the ground. You could see there was a lot of frame drops. The performance wasn't there. The performance here looks fantastic. I don't see anything that looks bad from a performance point of view.
Okay, let's tread carefully around these cards, apparently.
But I talked about this yesterday. The impactfulness of the sounds are good. The contact of weapons against the mobs is good. The thing I don't like is I don't see enough stagger animations on the enemies when you're hitting them, so I'd like to see more impact when you hit a mob that's, you know, he's getting knocked back. I definitely would like to see more of that.
We're doing okay, I think.
But again, the world, I mean, you can't complain about the world. It just looks really good. Although I'm not a fan of this weird frickin' texture, this grass here on the left. It looks like underwater seaweed, and I see this almost in every live stream they do. I see this, and I don't like it. It looks like underwater seaweed. It even moves in the wind like it's underwater, so I really wish they would get rid of this texture. And watch, I don't think we're going to be able to see it because they're probably moving too fast. You see it everywhere. You see it here too. Here. Notice how this is moving. Notice how it looks like you're underwater. Watch this. It's hard to see because he's moving around a lot.
Okay, let's tread carefully around.
When he stands still, notice how this stuff's moving like it's underwater.
Okay, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely, and you can see like that big hammer attack. Einbei, watch this.
Tread carefully around these.
The particle effects are nice in that they're conveying where your weapon is hitting the enemy in a pretty good manner, which I think looks good.
Cards, apparently.
The spell here is really nice. He puts his arm up in the air. A pillar of light comes down, which is probably obviously a healing spell that he's casting here. I would expect we're going to see a green number, and there it is. There's the heal. Love it. Fantastic.
Doing okay, I think.
I love the sound of the arrows, the bows. The sounds they're using are good sounds. The sound of the arrows are nice. The sound of the spells are nice. The sound of the weapons colliding with things are nice. There's that big hammer, which he brings up over his head, which is pretty freaking awesome. And look, there's even rocks and shit flying out of the ground. There's even cracks in the ground. Look at that. The ground splitting apart from where that hammer hit. Again, and the sound of it, good impact. This is what's missing from a lot of MMOs. Most MMOs don't convey good impact. World of Warcraft only does it with sound and like big flashy numbers. It doesn't really do it with a lot of effects on the ground or anything like that. Terra was the best, and still to this day is the all-time best at conveying impact. Nothing beats Terra. There's just nothing that does. Right now, maybe someday there will be.
Maybe I should take my staff out for this. Oh, you know, I haven't shown any active blocking yet. That's another thing I wanted to show you guys, is the active blocking. Are there creatures down here?
So I actually am going to spend some time going over these videos, these Ashes Creation videos over the next few weeks. So you're going to see a lot of streams where all I'm doing is watching these videos and just talking about them. Because I think it's worth looking at now. Now that they're on Unreal Engine 5, it just everything looks so much better. It's amazing how like a better performing engine and better quality of graphics can really completely change the feel of the game. And that's the thing, is the game feels like a completely different game to me now.
Yeah, there should be a pack down here, I think.
Alright, let's take a look. What is this?
Fire. Don't stand in the vomit. Actually hurts a lot.
Don't stand. And here's like, some vomit on the ground. He said, "Don't stand the vomit," but it looks cool. Like the effects look really good. You know, like all the particle effects. And look at the enemy, the light beneath the enemy's feet showing who he's targeting. That is so clear and easy to discern. And that even that simple thing in a lot of MMOs is not done very well. You can see the little chevrons here. You can see the little graphic beneath the name, and then you see the light beneath it, really clearly indicating which mob that Steven has targeted. That's just great. I mean, simple things like this are what make a game good.
Let me see if I can generate some convictions. Oh, I have convictions!
And again, when he hits the ground, you see the impact and some weird shit going on. You see the ground split. You see rocks fly up. You gotta love that. This kind of weird concrete coming up out of the ground doesn't quite look right, but it's still cool as hell. It's still super cool.
Oh, and now you can see, because I have convictions, my cleansing wave actually bounced to an additional target. My cleansing wave...
So, wait. It's the gym. I need to go to the gym, dude. So, but also, look at this. So this is another cool effect. He gets these convictions, and because of his convictions that he acquires, his spells have additional effects.
Oh, don't stand in that.
Oh no, what do those do? I know Doug and
Look at those vines coming out of the ground.
and Chong were working on these.
That was badass.
Yeah.
Using some of our new AI systems, right?
Don't stand in the green fire. Don't stand in the vomit. Actually hurts a lot.
Man, the sound though. The sound effects are so good. When he casts this judgment or whatever on him, and you see it kind of cast on himself, it makes this really cool sound. Listen to this.
Stand in the vomit. Actually hurts a lot.
Hear that doom. I love that.
Let me see if I can generate some convictions. Oh, I have convictions.
Now watch when he casts this healing spell here. That it's going to bounce. There.
Oh, and now you can
So when he healed this archer, it also healed the tank.
see, because I have convictions, my cleansing wave actually bounced to an additional target. That's pretty
Hit
awesome.
all three of us that time. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the more I look at these videos, the more impressed I am. I'm actually really impressed with where they're going with Ashes, and I think a lot of people are. It's not just me, you know. Like I was kind of down on the game in the beginning because it did. One of the reasons it didn't really look that good. It was very like the performance of the game didn't look that good. I thought the animations and the particles were like way overdone. But it's like everything I disliked about the game, almost everything has been fixed. The one thing that, like I said, that I still think is an issue of concern is the fact that it's more of a PvP map control type game, which lends itself to a very toxic environment. So, still, worried about that, but we'll see how that goes. I think the game's going to release in 2025. That's my guess. It'll be sometime in like 2025, like August to December or something. And if it releases before then, yeah, then it'll be cool.
You got my attention.
My inventory is a freaking disaster. Holy shnikes. We need. Why do I have Earth Root? Why would I ever need Earth Root? Sphere defense 265. I'm at 220. Well, I have a long ways to go to get to 265. Ventilation, greater defense. Well, I suppose we should make up agility. I don't. Get rid of this. I can't think of why I would need Earth Root. Oh, it's this one. It's because of this one. Yeah, so we'll hold on to the Earth Root for now. Swim speed potion. I can't afford to have all this clam meat in my bag. I can't afford to have it.
Watch, get her back.
My bags are such a mess. Cyrus, you went out? Hold on. Come on. Okay. Well, I think what probably would be a good idea is to buy some bags. I mean, let's take a look at my faction, like my reputation. And who do I have the highest? So I am basically honored with everybody, it looks like. I'm honored. I'm honored with everybody. So it really doesn't matter where we buy our bags. But I think it would be worthwhile to to spend some money.
Great to meet you.
And you can see here, these bags here. We're going to go ahead and grab 2 of these bags.
Safe travels.
And see if we can increase our inventory space by even just the slightest of margins here. Of course, oh my god, my inventory is such a mess. We're just going to have to vendor a bunch of stuff. Okay, let's just sell everything. Sell it all. I don't think we need, like the lead and mace of the tiger. We need to look at my crit rating. So my crit rating right now is 5.99. If we put on this mace, it goes up to, 6.16. But it's not as much damage. 16. And plus I don't like the slow swing speed. So we're going to sell that mace. But we do need to use maces and swords.
I've the finest wares in the land.
This. Don't need this. Do we need frost and shadow resistance? For 1 minute? That's not really worth it. Don't need that. I have to get rid of that jungle remedy. It's just clogging up my inventory. We don't need this. Soothing spices. Actually, that's for a quest. Okay. Get rid of...
See you soon.
So... Level 37. Honestly, I think what I might do is I might park the warrior for a few more days. I totally screwed up, guys. Like, big time screwed up. I didn't play the warrior for like 3 or 4 days, and she wasn't in an inn. That was a huge mistake. Huge mistake. I would have rest time probably up to here if it wasn't for that.
What can I do?
So that was actually a terrible mistake on my part. And I'm still kind of mad about that, but nothing I can do about it now. need to get our Mage Weave Bandage book as well. I don't have a lot of Mage Weave, but we're going to start getting Mage Weave pretty soon.
Off with you.
Alright,
Great to meet you.
we can probably get rid of this. Sacks, even though I'd like to hold on to those, but just... Alright, sell the bags. Sell the bags, don't need those. The rest of it is just like potions and stuff.
Watch your back.
We gotta figure out where I want to go to level 2. I mean, we've got these quests here, which are doable, but they're kind of slow. Blood Scalpers we can certainly do, but again, at my level, it's not optimal. Oh, I actually have a couple quests to turn in at Booty Bay. We are probably high enough to where we can... We do have a quest to turn in at Ratchet. We've got a quest to turn in. I really should fly around and turn in all the quests that I have that are just available to be turned in, just to clear out my quest log. I was really shocked. They didn't... I didn't play in like 3 days in this character, and they actually did not remove me from the guild, which was a big surprise, because normally they just boot me right out of the guild whenever
Feet on the ground.
Whenever I don't.
Would you like to purchase something?
When I don't play, they're very quick to kick
Very
people
good.
out.
How are you?
Get rid of these razor arrows. Can we sell these? Just gonna buy another stack, so we're up to 200.
See you soon.
And then do I use this weapon at all? I don't think I do. Let's see. Main hand. Currently I'm using this one, which is 1.6. It's 18.1. This is 17.7. Yeah, we can sell that. Let's sell both of these weapons. Logging up my inventory. And at level 38, we're going to get stuff that we're going to get pummel, which is nice, but the rest of this isn't that big of a deal. Our next big upgrade is going to be level 40 when we get upgrade Wrenn and Heroic Strike and Execute. That'll be big. Battle Shout's big at 42. Overpower is big, so basically 40, 42, 44 are all going to be nice. Even like Charge at 46, that's nice. Yeah, 48. So yeah, it's like every 2 levels after 40, there's pretty significant skill ups. 52, again, Battle Shout. 50. Recklessness, I really don't use that too much.
What can I get for you today? Keep your feet on the ground.
Alright, I'm going to park the warrior here. And I'm going to jump on my melee hunter. And level the melee hunter for about, I don't know, for about, really only about 40 minutes, because then I have to get ready to go do some stuff with my wife. So I will be back on the melee hunter in a few minutes, guys. I'm going to restart the stream, and I'll see you then.